Yo, what's going on everybody? Today we're going to be testing out the warrior armor in Roblox BedWars. We're going to be testing it up against the diamond armor because that's the armor it's closest to. We're also going to be testing it out versus the emerald armor just because. We're going to be testing it against the diamond sword, the emerald sword, and the tactical crossbow. And also the rage blade because rage blades are awesome, okay? Rage blades are awesome, don't question it. So, here we go. We're going to test it out first versus the diamond sword. We're going to be upgrading the sword sharpness as well throughout testing here. So, here we go. Diamond sword versus diamond armor. Bam. 11 damage. Alright. That's pretty good damage right there. But, once we level up the sword sharpness, it's going to go more and more and more. So, now we're going to test out the emerald sword versus the diamond armor. Here we go. 17 damage. Okay. And now the tactical crossbow. Boom! Headshot. Alright. There we go. 18 damage. Okay. So now what we're going to do is actually run over here, upgrade the sword sharpness. We're going to show you guys we've never bought any sword sharpness and we're about to upgrade it. Here we go. Boom! Upgraded sword sharpness just like that. So now we're at tier 1 sword sharpness. So here we go. Diamond sword versus diamond armor. Boom! 13 damage now. So it was 11. Now it's 13. Emerald sword. 21 damage now. It was 17. And tactical crossbow. Ooh, 22 now. It was 18. So, here we go. We're going to go level up the sword sharpness one last time to tier 2 here. 35% damage. Remember that. That's a lot of more percentage here. And we're going to test out the diamond sword versus diamond armor here. Boom. 15 damage. So, it started out as 11. Emerald sword now. Boom. 23 damage. And that one started out as 17 damage. So, it's actually going a lot higher. Here we go. Tactical crossbow here. 24 damage, and it started out as 18 damage. So the freaking sword sharpness is actually really good for upgrading everything in the game. So guys, get that sword sharpness because this is diamond armor and it just did 24 damage. But it's not a 4-shot, it's a 5-shot. If it was 1 more damage, it would actually be a 4-shot. So that's actually really crazy. But now we're going to jump into another game and test out the rage blade versus the diamond armor. And then we're going to do the same thing with the warrior armor. So here we go. Alright, so now what we're going to do is test the rage blade and the crossbow versus the diamond armor. So here we go. Rage blade versus diamond armor. We have no sword sharpness again. We're going to show you guys. We have no sword sharpness. We have nothing. We do have enough to get sword sharpness though. So here we go. No sword sharpness. Rage blade versus diamond armor here. Let's see what this works. Boom. 20 damage. That is a lot of damage. So that's 20 damage right there. Alright. Now we're going to test out the crossbow and see how much damage this does. Headshot. 14 damage. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and level up the sword sharpness to tier 1. Alright, so now we're going to test out the rage blade versus the diamond armor sword sharpness tier 1. Let's see how this does. 24 damage. That is a bunch. Okay, so it leveled up from 20 damage to 24 damage. That is a lot, actually. So it did 4 more damage here. And we're going to test out the crossbow here. Let's see how this does. Headshot. 17 damage. Okay. So now we're going to have to go upgrade the sword sharpness. One more tier here to the last tier. Boom! Sword sharpness tier 2. And now we're going to try the rage blade out versus the diamond armor. 28 damage. So it goes up by 4 here. So 28 damage. And alright, now we're going to test out the normal crossbow. We're going to shoot her out of the back of my head here. Boom! 19 damage. Okay, that's actually really pro. Okay, so we figured out the tactical crossbow and the normal crossbow and the rage blade and the diamond sword and bro, we just tested out everything. But now we got to move on to the warrior armor. So here we go. We're going to jump into another game and test it out all versus the warrior armor now. Let's go. All right, so we're back and we got the warrior armor and we also got a tactical crossbow, emerald sword, and the freaking diamond sword. So now we can test up the diamond sword and the warrior armor as well as the rage blade. We're going to show you guys first that we did not upgrade any sword sharpness or anything here. Boom, nothing upgraded. All right, so first of all, here we go with the diamond sword versus the warrior armor. Boom! 9. So, 9 damage. How much damage the diamond armor took was 11 damage. So, the warrior armor actually takes 3 less damage from the diamond sword. So, the diamond armor was 11 and the warrior armor is 9. We got the emerald armor as well, so we can test out that just in case if anybody wanted to know what the emerald armor was, we're going to test out that as well. So, here we go with the emerald armor. 5 damage. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Now we're going to test it up against Emerald Sword versus Warrior Armor here. 15. So it was 17 with the diamond armor, and now it's 15 with the warrior armor. So here we go with the Emerald Sword versus Emerald Armor. Boom. 8 damage. All right. So now the warrior armor versus the tactical crossbow here. Let's see how much damage this does. Headshot, 16 damage, and the diamond armor was 18 damage. So it does a little bit more protection than the diamond armor by about 3. So 16, 17, 18. So whenever you do, so about 2 or 3 damage difference with the diamond armor and the warrior armor. So here we go versus the emerald armor with the tactical crossbow now. Boom, 9 damage. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and upgrade the sword sharpness to tier 1. Upgrade that right there. And we're going to test out the diamond sword versus the warrior armor again and see how much that does. 11 damage. All right, now the diamond sword versus the emerald armor. 6 damage. All right, so it was 5 damage. Now it's 6 damage. All right, now the emerald sword versus the warrior armor. Sword sharpness tier 1. 18 damage. So the diamond armor took 21 damage and the warrior armor only takes 18. So that's by 3 damage. All right, so now what we're going to do is emerald armor versus emerald sword here. 10 damage. All right. And now what we're going to do is move to the tactical crossbow versus the warrior armor. All right. So it was 22 damage with diamond armor, but now it's 19 damage with warrior armor. We got to test the emerald armor versus the tactical crossbow. Headshot, 11 damage. All right. So yeah, now we're going to upgrade the sword sharpness to tier 2 here. Here we go. All right, so now we're going to go over here and we're going to test the sword sharpness tier 2 diamond sword versus the warrior armor here. Let's see how this does. 13 damage. And now we're going to test it up against emerald armor. Here we go. 7 damage. All right, so that was 13 and it started out as 11 damage. So that's 2 damage difference from the diamond armor and the warrior armor. So warrior armor is just 2 damage better. Okay, so it just protects you from 2 more damage. That's it. Okay, now we're going to move to the emerald sword tier 2 sharpness versus the warrior armor. 20 damage. All right, now here we go up against the emerald armor. 11 damage. Okay, so 11 damage on the emerald sword versus the emerald armor. Sword sharpness tier 2. And now we're going to test the tactical crossbow here. Here we go. Versus the warrior armor. Sword sharpness tier 2. 21 damage. Okay. All right. Now the tactical crossbow versus the emerald armor. 12 damage. Okay. So the tier 2 tactical crossbow was 24 versus the diamond armor, and versus the warrior armor tier 2 tactical crossbow was only 21 damage. So it's about 2 damage difference with the warrior armor versus the diamond armor. I don't know, I thought it was more than that, but I think that's still pretty good. Yeah, the warrior armor is about a 2 or 3 damage difference than the diamond armor. So now what we're gonna do is go into another game and test out the rage blade versus the warrior armor. Let's go. Alright, so now what we're going to do is test the Rage Blade versus Warrior Armor, Sword Sharpness, Tier 0 right now. Here we go. I'm going to show you guys, we have Tier 0 Sword Sharpness, nothing over here. We're going to test out the Rage Blade and the normal crossbow here versus the Warrior Armor. Here we go. 18 damage. Alright. I think that was 20 damage up against the diamond armor. Oh, so it's 18 damage versus the warrior armor. That means you can't 5-hit versus the normal rage blade. And now we have to test out the rage blade versus the emerald armor too as well. Here we go. 10 damage. Alright. Here we go. Versus just a normal crossbow here versus the warrior armor. Here we go. So what's 14 damage versus the diamond armor? Now it's 12. Now we got to do the regular crossbow versus the emerald armor as well. Here we go. Headshot, 7 damage. All right. So now we got to go back over here. Upgrade sword sharpness to tier 1. Boom, there it is. And come back over here and test out the rage blade versus the warrior armor again. Here we go. 21 damage. So 21 damage. The diamond armor versus the rage blade sword sharpness tier 1 was 24 damage. So now we got to test out rage blade versus the emerald armor. Here we go. Boom, 12 damage. Nice, nice, nice. All right, now crossbow versus both armors. Crossbow versus warrior armor. 15 damage. All right, now crossbow versus emerald armor here. Boom, 8 damage. All right, gonna upgrade the sword sharpness to tier 2, 35% more damage. So we're gonna do crossbow versus the warrior armor here. All right, 17 damage. All right, crossbow versus the emerald armor. 9 damage. There we go. Sword sharpness, tier 2, rage blade versus the warrior armor here. This is it. What you all been waiting for. Let's do this. 24 damage. All the way up, sword sharpness, no protection, 24 damage. Wow. The diamond armor, it did 28 damage. So 4 damage difference for the warrior armor. So 24 damage and 28 to the diamond. And now we're going to test it up against the emerald armor. Here we go. Emerald armor versus rage blade here. Let's go. 14 damage. That's it. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. But shout out to my girlfriend for helping me out with this video. She's a freaking proggers. Her link will be down in the description. But if you guys want to pick up some fire freaking merch, bro, we got the cyan merch out in the group. So if you guys want to go pick it up, you guys can. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys have the most amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out!